We're going to start over. All right, now good morning, everybody. Good morning. It is August 30th, 2024. Getting ready to switch over to a new month already. So we've got a great crowd here in Springfield today. We've got a lot going on, so we're going to jump right out to the terminals this morning. But first, I'm John Harden. I'm with our safety department. With me today is Dave White, also in the safety department. And we'd like to welcome everybody, whether you're here at a terminal, in Springfield, Pittston, or Salt Lake City, if you're out on the road listening. So let's jump right up to Pennsylvania this morning. Richard, are you there?
Hey, Richard is not here, so we're back to Rick and safety.
Hey, good morning. Good to hear from you, Rick. How are you this morning?
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How's everybody doing down there? It's a fantastic day up here. It's a little rainy, but it's a good day.
Good deal. We may have some of that coming our way later this afternoon, but we're going to cross our fingers that we don't. So what have you got for us from Pennsylvania this week?
Hey, from what I hear, you guys need a little rain down there, so you might be welcome to have it, right?
Just maybe not today, Rick, you know.
Timing is everything.
Yeah, great week up here this week. We had a great class at orientation. Oh, there's Richard Brock standing behind me. I apologize. Great class at orientation, and everybody's down at pad working on their pre-trips and getting their CDLs.
All right, good deal. Well, looks like you've got a pretty good crowd there this morning, some folks enjoying breakfast. So, as always, any questions, comments, or concerns, please feel free to get a microphone in front of them and ask away. Jump in at any time.
Thank you.
Hey, Rick, real quick there, you guys had your picnic this past week. Had some winners in the Pride and Polish, didn't you?
We did, Dave, and I don't have any numbers or names or anything like that, but yeah, we had a great turnout for Pride and Polish and the picnic itself. A great turnout for that.
Good deal. Well, it just so happens, Rick, I got you covered, man. So, Richard, could you pull up the third place winner up there for Pride and Polish? Or Brienne? Yeah. So we got some pictures up there, and we had our marketing people up there. So third place winner, truck 653034, Mr. Raphael Sonaroch, I believe is how you pronounce his name. So it's a 2025 Freightliner we're looking at there. You got third place, got a nice trophy and 200 prime points. So second place, 261618, Mr. Joe Miller. He's got a 2021. That's an older Freightliner he has there, and did a wonderful job cleaning that up, making it look good. So he got second place, 400 prime points. And our first place winner, and give Joe a big round of applause. Good job. First place winner, Ian Stubbins, 264653. That's a 2024 Freightliner. He also won the People's Choice Award, John, as well. So great job to him. He got both of them. Nice looking trophies. Beautiful looking trucks. So that's some good winners up there, Rick. You guys did a good job. Appreciate that.
Hey, well, thanks for following up on that.
No problem, man. We're lucky we got the marketing person sitting over there. She helped me out, Jamie.
All right, well, we appreciate it, Rick. So we're going to go out west now to Salt Lake City. And I believe we have Jonathan Gratz out there this morning. Good morning, Jonathan.
Good morning, guys. How are you?
Hey, we're doing good.
Good. Well, first and foremost, I want to wish everybody a happy Labor Day. For those of you that are taking an extended weekend, I'm sure it's well-deserved, and we appreciate all you do. For those that are deciding to work over the weekend, run freight for us, we appreciate your commitment to customer service. I did want to also address orientation classes out here. We had a really good group this week. A really good group signed up for next week already, too, which is kind of a surprise for being a holiday week. Our recruiters have been doing a great job there, bringing in our next future drivers. Next week as well for us, our 10, 15, and million mile dinner on Friday night, and then our picnic next Saturday. So we're going to have a lot of extra traffic out here on the terminal. So I just ask that everybody be alert and be safe. As you're driving around the terminal, just make sure your speeds are below 15 miles an hour and just be alert.
All right, good deal. How's the weather out there so far, Jonathan?
It's been much nicer the last few days. We're about in the high to high 70s, low 80s most every day recently. So we're excited to see that.
All right, well, good deal. Well, as always, if anybody has any questions, please hop in at any time and feel free to ask. All right.
You got it. Thanks, guys.
All right, thank you. Well, let's come back here. We've got a big crowd. So good morning, everybody. That's impressive.
That is very impressive.
Yeah, so, we've got a big crowd and we're going to talk about why here in a little bit, but first every week I see some yellow vests. I saw one up there in Pennsylvania. So if this is your first week at Prime, whether you're coming in as a PSD student, if you came from another carrier already with your CDL in hand, let's stand up if you're at one of the terminals and let us welcome you to the family. I see some bashful people over here, but we appreciate you being here, and we think you made a great decision by coming to Prime. I know that, we went through a very scrutinized vetting process to get in here, so we know that you're the best of the best. And, the folks that you see up here talking today throughout the meeting, those are folks that you can come to for questions if you have them. We're going to talk about a lot of things, hopefully answer a lot of questions for you. But that badge that they give you will get you into any door here at Prime, and Prime is very different from other carriers. Talking to drivers over the last 21 years here, this will get you into any door. We encourage you to come in, talk to your fleet manager, talk to your log associate, talk to your payroll associate, talk to your road assist advisor, even come see us at safety. We're nice people too. We don't get a lot of people that come by and say hi. So, come on by and say hi whenever you get a chance.
Yeah, we try not to bite, but no, we don't bite. We're good folks. We just want to see you guys all improve on the safety side. Many of them in the crowd today, Johnny, they got great safety records, but it never hurts to go over that information again and make sure, you got that PSC class. You've taken that in the last year, because, we as humans, we tend to forget sometimes. So let's, remember safe driving all the time. And hey, if you could take that PSC class, just some simple reminders on distracted driving and all that, they do a great job on that. So, but no, welcome to all the new folks. And John, we always talk about our values here at Prime, and one of them is to have fun. And that's what a lot of our new folks are going to experience this week. Tonight we got our truck driving championships and Pride and Polish, and then tomorrow we got the picnic. So if you can get over there to the Oasis and get to the picnic and all that, it's open for all of our new folks too. As long as you got Prime ID badge, come on in. And a lot of great prizes. You can sit down and play bingo. A lot of great food. They got crab legs, hot dogs, hamburgers, you name it. John Blancett and his staff, they'll be out there tonight barbecuing as well for the truck driving championships and the Pride and Polish. Yeah, give them a big round of applause. We're keeping our toes and fingers crossed. Hopefully the rain will hold off till later on, but we may have to deal with some precipitation, and nothing different than what you guys deal with every day of the week throughout the year. And so, none of us are going to melt, and we'll be okay, so we're going to look to have fun. That being said, regarding the truck driving championships, just make sure, if we got any lightning in the area or anything, we're going to have to hold up on the competition. And, that the same thing. If there's any storm warnings or anything, we'll try to get that out to you. So we may have to clear the pad. There's a chance of that anytime this time of year. So hopefully it doesn't happen. Hopefully we just may have a little bit of light precip, and we'll work with that. But big shout out to all of our volunteers too. We got 35 volunteers, in-house people that will be doing that, who'll be out there too. So everybody from fleet managers, operations, safety, orientation, you name it, about every department will be represented out there. So please give them the respect too. Remember, this is a volunteer judging. So we try to make it as perfect as possible because we know how much this means to everybody. But just remember, give them some respect and let them judge. And have any issues, talk to myself or Stan Kastricky. We'll follow up with that, and we'll deal with it. So, but anyway, looking forward to the night, Johnny. It'll be a good time.
I'm as well. So hopefully that rain does hold off. But I'm prepared if it doesn't. I'm not afraid of a little rain.
You probably got your hunting rain suit brought in.
I've got a
golf
suit.
one. You golf a lot too.
I do. So
there you go. You're
we're prepared. Exactly. So
there you go.
So I'm going to jump right into the inspection numbers. For those of you who is this your first meeting at Prime, on a Friday morning, we read over our prior week's safety inspections. So last week we had 164 total inspections. 116 of those were clean, so 71% pass rate. So give yourselves a round of applause. That's phenomenal. We had a little bit of a lower week last week, if I remember right, but, right back at where we need to be. So great job on that. And, I went through the inspections this week and I didn't really see anything that jumped out at me as far as a reoccurring issue. It was just kind of one here, one there of the normal things we talk about. We had a bypass scale. We had a seatbelt violation. There was a speeding or one or two speedings in there, some overweight issues in there. So, it just goes to show, doing a thorough pre-trip, making sure you've got all your I's dotted, your T's crossed, before you hit the road is going to save you a lot of money. You guys work really hard for what you earn, and we don't want you giving it back to a state that you're driving through because they find an infraction whenever they pull you over and give you a DOT inspection. And, I assume next week we're going to have a pretty high number of inspections because we got a DOT brake check week going on as we speak.
We do, and all those are out there driving right now. Remember that you still got the brake check week going on, and I know there's been a lot of scales I've been hearing from drivers open in Tennessee and Georgia, so they're ready for you. But just be prepared. Just be prepared for that inspection and knock it out of the ballpark. You get a perfect pays off in the pocketbook. $100 for lease operator and $25 for company. So. But yeah, a lot of it is just being prepared, making sure you're doing proper pre-trips and you are, ready to go when that inspection starts. So,
all right. Well, you mentioned Pennsylvania, the truck driving championship or the pride and polish up there. We're going to do a couple of things this weekend. Is there anything else you want to elaborate on that this evening?
Yeah, so I want to jump back real quick here. Last week was a special week. I actually got to accompany two of our drivers to the National Truck Driving Championships. So last year, Buddy Gray, he won first place in 5-axle out in Utah. I shouldn't say last year, this year he did. And then also in Missouri back in June, Dwayne Grimm, stand over here. Stand up, Dwayne. He got first place in flatbed. So both these gentlemen, along with their wives, came with us. We went out to Indianapolis, and Dwayne placed 29th, I believe it was, in flatbed out of 45 drivers, and Buddy had 37. So pretty good spot for Buddy. That was his first time competing at nationals. It is a totally different animal, totally different than what we do out here. A lot of people in the stands, a little bit more nerves, a lot more people watching you. And the people watching you are all professional people too, as well. A lot of them are safety directors, safety supervisors, operations folks from major truck lines. So, and that's who we have, that's who judges this. And I'm fortunate enough, I get to be one of the judges down on the floor with them. So, but yeah, they did a great job, and just being able to get out there, represent Prime. So many of you, and a lot of this competitions revolves around the LTL carriers. So your FedEx, your XPO Logistics, companies like that. Walmart had a number of drivers in there too as well, but they all recognize Prime, no doubt. So, and they're just happy we're in it. So, and that's where this competition tonight, Johnny, this is where it starts right here. Some of these drivers have already qualified for state next year, but many of them we got open positions for. And this is what stop on out tonight. If you have a CDL, that's what you need to be able to drive. And you will get checked. They'll ask you for your Prime ID, also with the CDL, and just to make sure you are licensed to be able to drive a commercial motor vehicle. So if you're a PSD student, you won't be eligible, but you can stand back and watch. And this event basically consists of 6 course problems that will be put down on the training pad, and you have to see how close you can get to those. So, and it's no different than what all of our drivers do every day of the week. It's right turns, left turns, things like that. Maybe a backing problem, maybe a stop line problem, whatever it may be, and we'll see how close you can get. If the closer you get to an object, it's the more points you get. Further away, less points. If you get too far away, you don't get any points. And it's all for fun, though. It really is. But it does establish our state truck driving championship team for both Utah and Missouri. So love to see a lot of people out there right now, Johnny. We've got 71 signed up, so quite a few, more than last year. That does not include the walk-ins that we usually get walking up, the last second drivers. That's fine too. Just see Trish Brewer out there underneath the tent. She'll be out there about 4:30 or so, and she'll be ready to go. And you can get registered and signed up, and love to have you. This is a rain or shine event too, so nothing different than what you would experience out when you're driving. It's rain and nighttime as well. We will turn on the lights, but with rain and all, it can provide more issues. But I tell you what, usually, generally speaking, we get higher scores from the drivers that drive at night than we do the ones that do during the day. You usually think it'd be the other way around, but maybe they're more focused driving at night out there on the pad than you would be driving during the day. So, but I want to wish everybody luck. This is a fun competition. Once again, lots of volunteers out there too as well. So say hi to them. You can talk with them. Some of them are bringing their family members as well. So, but yeah, make sure you guys are ready for maybe a little wetness, umbrellas, raincoats, whatever it may be. But we do have added 2 extra tents this year, so we'll have plenty of room. We should stand in underneath the tents. And we'll have some bleachers out there. If you have chairs to bring, good idea to bring a folding chair if you got that as well. So, but looking forward to it, John. And here in a few minutes, I'll be heading out there, joining Stan, and we'll be getting the course set up. So.
Yeah, Dave, I would like to, anybody that's ever competed in the state truck driving championships, Utah or here, everybody just stand up.
All right. But I'm always looking for new blood, John. We got some great drivers here, those that have participated. We also got some newer guys that are going to step in, and gals. Because last year, Nellie Ann Robinson, she did very well at our company competition, went to state, got 3rd place at state for being a rookie driver, and she knocked it out of the ballpark. So we're looking for ladies too as well. Get out there. You know, love to put you on a team, and we'll get you practice if you make the team. But the first step is right out here, competing here in Missouri and out here tonight. So.
Absolutely. So thank you for all that, Dave. Again, if you've never been out there, if you're here, you're going to be here. Please come out, participate if you can, watch it. It's a great time, a lot of fun. And I know everybody, all the volunteers have a great time out there watching you guys do what you do so well. So, all right. So not to be a downer, but we do have to talk about something that's happening on Sunday. All right. We're getting back into that time of the year again, where if you're west of Denver, we've got to have chains on our tractors, right? So September 1st, this kicks off. So make sure if you haven't already, you know, put your chains, your auto socks, whatever you use on your tractors. You know, safety is not just about going down the road and staying safe. It's about compliancy as well, as we talk about a lot, you know, with these DOT inspections in this meeting. So make sure you've got your chains on your tractor. Don't put yourself in a position where you might miss out on a good paying load because you're not prepared to go out west right now. And the state of Oregon, you know, a lot of states, or some of the states out west, have specific dates. It starts here, it ends here. And then you've got states like Oregon that say, hey, if we put a sign up that says the weather's bad, you better have your chains on your tractor, because if not, we could give you a ticket. So just go ahead and be prepared for that. We are unfortunately going to start getting into some winter weather here. So let's just all be prepared. Yes, sir.
State of Washington requires that you have an extra set of chains on board.
Not just an extra set, Roy, 2 extra sets.
2 extra sets.
So it is, yeah. State of Washington's kind of an oddball one, and they're the only ones you have 2 extra sets. Now, it can be cables, can be chains, can be auto socks if you want to go that route too. And auto socks are legal on all the western states. I just kind of caution you, they are expensive, and if you run them on dry pavement, you will damage them or there'll be no longer any good. So you really got to watch those auto socks, but they're nice to put on. I know drivers love them. Easy to put on, a lot easier than chains, a lot lighter than chains, so it makes your truck lighter too as well. But that being said, it's an issue out there if you run them on dry pavement. So, Jacob, what do you got, man?
I just want to know, is it extra cables or chains, or does it matter?
It says tire traction devices. So it kind of leaves it open, yeah. So the cables will work, yes, sir, but you got to be able to show it to the officer that you have 2 extra ones, because if not, they're going to make you go buy them. And John brought that up about Colorado too. You know, we're talking I-70 west of Denver, and they will stop you if it's 70-degree day and it's September 18th. And you're like, there ain't no snow out here. There's nothing wrong. And they'll say, hey, where's your chains? Where's your cables? Where's your auto socks? Show them to me. You don't have them, guess what? You're going to buy them. And buying them out on the road is much more expensive than getting them here at one of our terminals, Salt Lake, Pittston, or here in Springfield. So be prepared. That's all we got to say, man. We hate seeing drivers having to pay dumb fines and buying extra cables and socks and stuff out on the road because they're so expensive. Your money's valuable to you, as you know, my money's valuable to me, and don't give it to the states. Don't give it to these truck stops having to pay extra money for these chains and cables and stuff. So
one more quick mention on that, and then we're going to jump into our speakers. We got a packed show here for you this morning. So we put that out on the weekly safety staple this week. The updated chain advisory is on the Prime app, so you can go there and look at it as well. If you have trouble finding it, give us a call in safety or send us a QC message through safety. We'll show you how to get there. So
we can also email it to you too if you want to email as well. Just remember, there's only so many of us in safety, and your fleet manager will have it too as well. But you know, they stay busy too as well. So if you can go to that Prime mobile app, that's so much better, so much easier, and just mess around. You will find it eventually. So.
All right, well, let's bring Alicia up in the log department. Good morning, Alicia. Sorry, we were a little bit long-winded this morning. We had a lot to cover.
Oh, I understand. It's okay. So in the log department today, we just have a couple quick things to talk about, just to follow up on what Dave and John talked about with the safety week. Just remember to make sure to log all your on-duty time, as that is a requirement. You can say that you do it all day long, just make sure you maintain that record of duty. And to reach out to us if you just want to make sure you're logging everything correctly. So reach out to us. You can always have us just glance over your logs, see how they're looking, and we can help you in that way. And also the last thing I want to talk about is reminding everyone to log out for shop time. If you forget or you're unsure if your truck is going to the shop, like for example, if you're going on home time, you park your truck here at the yard, you don't know that your was scheduled to go in the shop, but they happen to let you know they have an opening, you can always call into us and we can manually log you out. Or if you're over the road and you happen to put your truck in the shop over the road and you leave and you forget to log out, you can call us and we can manually log you out. Just the important thing is just getting logged out, because we cannot edit shop drive time or any drive time. So that could lead you into unwanted log violations. So just to be preventative and letting that happen, just remember to log out. So those are just some quick things I have to talk about. Anybody have any questions?
All right.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Give Alicia a round of applause there this morning.
Good job, Alicia.
All right, we're going to bring up driver health and fitness up next. We've got Rachel this morning. I think Colby must have abandoned her.
She doesn't have to share the mic with Colby. We get to hear all Rachel. All right. What's that? I'll volunteer John for you. He's good.
Great.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. I'm Rachel. I'm the dietitian with Driver Health and Fitness. So I'm going to talk real quick about a health tip. So today we're going to talk about protein. So the benefits of getting protein after you wake up, whenever you are sleeping, whether you're sleeping in the day or at night, the benefits of getting a solid chunk of protein first thing are super, super helpful. So if you're anyone who's wanting to, let's say, control your blood sugars, or let's say you are wanting to avoid falls, you're wanting to kind of have less joint pain, have less connective tissue issues, getting in that protein is super crucial. And there actually is a threshold that you need to reach, and that's my health tip for today. So the magic number is 30 grams. Anyone know how to find your protein grams on your nutrition label? I know you know, Thomas. Where's that? Oh, well, how to find your protein on your nutrition label? On the bottom, I heard. Yep. So on the bottom, you're going to have the grams, and then you have the percent. Look over at the grams. You want that to be about 30 grams. For a guy, you might have to be higher. And that's why if you need help with that, if you're not seeing the results that you want to see, then just come talk to me and we can personalize it. But John, any ideas on what a good protein source for the morning would be, or for your first meal?
Dave took my answer.
I need a better answer.
So what I do in the morning is something that I learned from you probably a year ago. Sam sells these little individualized bags of frozen fruit. I bought a blend jet and I bought a deal of protein powder, and I just blend it all together, and that's what I drink every morning for breakfast.
Nice, yeah.
I don't know how many grams I get, but I get protein.
I'll have to ask you how much is in your protein powder. But yeah, the protein powder is a great way to do that, and it's pretty driver friendly. A blender is pretty compact, and your inverter is going to support that across the board. So yeah, doing something like a protein powder and a smoothie is a great way to do it. Something just like a couple. Oh hey, yeah. So this is a good one too. So on these guys, this is the Fairlife. They're the one that says protein down the front of it. And these do have 30 grams, and it's coming from whey protein, and whey protein has the highest of your essential amino acids that are going to give you the benefits of being able to tell your body that you need to build muscle. So there's certain types of protein that are better than others, and they actually act as messengers. So not only is protein the kind of the bricks and the wood and the nails of your house, but it's also the workers. It's also the workers that are telling you, like putting the material in place and telling you what to do. So yeah, that's my health tip for today. Just look at what you're doing in the morning. Another example would be like 4 eggs in the morning gets you pretty close to that 30 grams. So yeah, just an idea to work on. You will see a lot of benefits. What I hear back from drivers is not only the increased muscle, less joint pain, like less, let's say you have lower back pain or shoulder issues, less of that, but you also have more energy throughout the day. So any questions for me? Yeah.
Does Driver Health and Fitness got something going on tomorrow morning?
Oh, yes. Thank you. Yeah. Colby may not have been too happy if I would have missed that. So we have the 5K in the morning. So this is the shirt. If you registered, this is the shirt you're going to get for the 5K tomorrow morning at 8. If you can be there a little bit earlier than 8 to register, that would be great. And we are going to be right outside of the Millennium Building at the Circle Drive. Pretty much, you'll just see us all down there. Yeah. Okay.
Hey, Rachel, is there a thing for the Driver Health and Fitness that you can kind of give us like maybe a baseline of what different protein drinks we can drink and whatnot? What would be just to kind of get some of us started?
Yes, just ideas of like protein options with the grams. Yes, I have that. And so if anyone is interested in having a list like that and like, taking it with you while you go shopping or you go into the truck stop, for example, definitely come see me. We have some of that on our YouTube as well, but come see me and I can just give that to you pretty quick. Yeah.
All right, one more question this morning right here.
Recently, my wife's diabetic, so we recently were reading about this. People who are having trouble regulating their blood sugar, there's a recommendation out there now to have like a protein shake or something like that before they go to bed, and it'll help them with stabilizing their blood sugar overnight, and that way they're not waking up in the morning with either super high or super low blood sugars.
Yeah, that's a good one. If you are experiencing the highs or the lows in the morning, those can be really tricky to tackle, and that is a good, really, really good tip to do. So yeah, thank you.
All right, well, we appreciate it, Rachel.
Thank you all.
Hopefully you guys are out seeing her and Colby tomorrow morning at the 5K or the mile fun walk there. So
You're signed up for the 5K, aren't you?
absolutely.
8 o'clock.
At least one, maybe
Yeah,
more.
Dennis said he's looking for you.
All right. Well, let's just move right along from that there.
Hold on one second. Who's the gentleman that said, see the protein on the bottle? I got a reward for you there. Somebody over here. Come on up here, buddy. We got some more of these to hand out too. So next one, come on over here, bud. There you go.
And these are vintage 1996 Prime Safety Meeting mugs. You can't find these.
Who was driving here in 1996? Do we have? No, come on, Miller. Grimmy, okay. Glenn, Keith, could you hand them both a couple coffee cups? So these coffee cups appeared somehow at Dennis's desk, and he said, hand them out. So I don't know. He was trying to get rid of them, but what's that?
Well, 3 weeks ago, he said
3 weeks ago, yeah, he said that. He did say that. So today, John and I are going to take care of them. But anybody else wants a coffee cup at the end of today's meeting, feel free, man. In 1996, that's well before my time too. So, but love to hand those out. They are vintage. Maybe they're worth something. I doubt it. But hey, they do say the safety meeting's on them, so pretty good. So what do you got next, Johnny?
All right, we're going to bring up our leasing department this morning. I believe we have Haley, just Haley this morning. All right.
Haley's going solo.
Flying solo. Good morning.
Going solo. Good morning, Prime family. It's great to see you all. I love seeing a packed house. How fun. My name is Haley. I work in the leasing department. I just have a few little things I would like to talk about. Really, the leasing benefits that we offer. So, we have two programs. We have our standard lease program and our lease purchase program. I did want to talk about the standard lease program. So, generally, when you first start leasing with Success, you will start in our standard lease program. That is a walkaway lease, no money down, no credit check. With that program, though, you do earn a lot of benefits. You earn forgiven lease payments after you've been leasing for 2 years. You also earn your retention and rewards, which is a wonderful thing. You get $1,000 from Prime every year, $500 from Success. I did want to say right now, we have essentially no wait time for trucks, which is amazing. So if you are an upgrade coming into leasing, you are not going to be waiting for a substantial amount of time. You should be able to check in on our website and get out and get rolling and start hauling freight very quickly, which is great. For end of leases, so say you are completely done, you have finished your lease, you've turned that truck in. I did want to remind you, if you are checking on your end of lease bonus, you can always go to successleasing.com and then go to the Knowledge Center. And then from there, you will check on the early truck, or you will check on end of lease tracker. You'll just put your truck number in there, and then it'll tell you what you're waiting on for your end of lease. So that we are getting done very quickly as well. So some wonderful benefits. Also keep in mind, if you are going from truck to truck or you've turned in your truck, please make sure you don't go over 59 days. If you do, you will lose that retention and rewards. You will lose your longevity, everything you've built up with Success. So one more thing, ordered trucks, those are arriving on time right now. So everything is moving very smoothly with Success. So that is great. Does anyone have any questions? No. Okay. Have a great holiday weekend. Mike Jones, no. All right. Have a good day.
There you go. All right, thank you, Haley. A lot of great information there this morning. So,
Think Haley was born before 1996 or not? No, you were? Okay, just checking. Okay, which you weren't? Okay, gotcha. So what do we got next? Oh, we got maintenance.
yeah, we're going to bring up maintenance part of here. So it looks like we've got a crew over here. We got Doug and Andy and maybe a new face this morning. So good morning, guys.
Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Yeah, I'm excited to see all the great faces, all the senior faces, we like to say. Senior, seasoned, veteran, that's great. Thank you. I just wanted to get up here and introduce Andy. He has a guy that's going to be helping him, so I'll let Andy do that introduction. But thank you for coming in. We had some extra help coming in. Some of our guys in the plaza volunteered to work some overtime to help process you guys through as quickly as possible. But thank you for coming through. We get to put our hands on more equipment. Anytime we have a heavier traffic flow, we were prepared for it. So, thank you for trusting us and coming through. Even today, we have extra people on site to help you come through the plaza and save some time. So thank you for that. Here's Andy Bell.
Morning, everybody. Be all excited for the picnic tomorrow. Stuff's a lot of fun. Awesome. Yeah, they're a lot of fun, there's no doubt. Guys, I just wanted to introduce, I've got a new guy that's starting for the carrier team. He was actually going to be sitting downstairs in the basement with the road assist guys, Tommy Smith. But he's got a lot of experience working on the units, probably 7.5 years worth of it. But I do want to introduce him. So he'll be around. If you see him running around, say hi to him, welcome him aboard. The other thing I want to talk about, I want to touch on the pre-trips again. I know everybody gets tired of hearing about the pre-trips, but they are vitally important. Absolutely run whenever you pick up a roof unit, whenever you drop off a roof unit, run the pre-trip cycles on them. And part of when I'm talking about the pre-trip, don't just push the button and let it go through its process. Don't be scared to open up doors, check belts, do all that kind of stuff. Check, make sure there's no foreign debris inside the unit. We have bird nests, birds that love to build nests in there. And that can happen, usually during the springtime. But, if you get a bird's nest that's built on top of on the exhaust manifold, it doesn't end well. So when I say pre-trip inspection, it's not just pushing the button and looking at it. Actually, like I said, open up your doors, look inside there, check stuff out. So, that, like I said, it's just a very, very important deal. So,
how about, what about if we're hauling produce, some watermelons, potatoes, what's some tricks there? We tend to run into some units freezing up, and I mean, we talk about running some units through defrost. What's that mean? How many times do we need to do it? I know it's a challenge sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely. The produce season, frozen load during the summertime, that kind of stuff. Defrost are very, very important. The seasoned drivers, as Doug was saying earlier, will know this. You absolutely, the defrost cycles are, probably your best friend. As soon as you come off of a dock, whether it's produce, whether it's frozen load, run that defrost cycle right as soon as you pull off the dock. As soon as you get the doors closed up on it, put it through a defrost cycle. Okay. So the thing with it is, if you have a set point that's above 45 degrees or the box temp is above 45 degrees, it's not going to do a defrost cycle. That's your trigger point on it. But anything that's below that, you can run it through a defrost cycle. Okay. But anytime you do a defrost, don't be scared to do multiple defrost. Okay? It takes a few times. If you get one that's really frozen up, it may take 3 or 4 times to actually get it to thaw out. The good news is it should shorten itself up as it goes through each one of them. My rule of thumb is keep doing defrost until you have water stop pouring out of those drain tubes. Okay? When the water stops pouring out of the drain tubes, the water's off the evaporator coil. That's ultimately what we're trying to do. Okay. Anybody have any questions on that? Good.
I don't see any questions. Thank you all. Thank you all for what you do.
Keith's got one.
Where's the young man from? What's the history? How's he?
We'll let him introduce himself.
Oh, you're good. Thomas Smith. I grew up in Seymour, Missouri, so I'm not from anywhere out of state or anything like that. But I've been up here, my whole life. So, like I said, I've been working at Carrier for about 7 years now. So, switching over to Prime is going to be a bit of adjustment, but I'll get there. And anything you guys need, I'll be here for you guys. Thank you.
My understanding too, you're still going to be in the bullpen, Andy, just in case, right? All right, good deal. Yeah, thanks, Tommy. Welcome.
All right, so we appreciate that. We're going to start having some different conversations coming up, as the winter approaches. Yeah. But, right now we talked about the holiday weekend this weekend, and, we talk about the safety side of it and the aspect of more vehicles out on the road, folks getting in that last minute vacation at the end of the year. But holidays are also the most active time for thieves. So we're going to bring up our director of security here, Bill. Bill's going to talk a little bit about trailer and equipment securement.
Good morning. Good morning. So, as John just stated, everybody wants to go home for the weekend and so forth. One thing we're going to ask you is if you're going to go home, get with your fleet manager, get with security, and find a safe location to park your equipment. A truck stop is not a safe location to leave your equipment. Walmart's not a safe location to leave your equipment. Side of the road's not a safe place to leave your equipment. These are all places we see it all the time. You've got to make sure that when you go back out to get back in, you do that walk around and check your seal and check your locks. We are looking at making a few changes in the future on how the hasp are going to be put on the back of the trailer, and we're working with the company right now to get something really nice, safe and secure to keep that lock or guarded. That's coming on the next set of trailers that are going to be coming down the pipeline. So that's going to be a change that we're going to make. But guys, until that point in time, we have got to make sure we're using that attaboy every time we stop, check sure we're doing everything right. Now, I'm not going to let the flatbedders go, because the flatbedders are going to get hit here coming up. Because if you're on the shingles, I can guarantee you that somebody's going to be looking for that load to take back down to Florida or take over to Texas or wherever the last hurricane has come through, and they're going to use that on some roofs down there. So guys, whatever you're hauling, they're going to steal. And just remember, I can steal all the food I want to, and I can sell that food, and there's no serial numbers on it. That's why food is still the #1 product that's getting stolen right now in the United States. And it's specifically, it's energy drinks, which I'm sure Rachel would want you all to have. There's plenty of energy drinks. But, That's what's the number one product is the energy drink. So guys, just keep safe out there. Whatever you do, be careful. The truck stops are not a fun, safe place to be. And by all means, if you need anything, just pick up the phone and call security because we're there for you guys 24/7, 365. Yes, ma'am.
I got a comment on that, just for us drivers, how you scan in now your bill of lading when you do your live load call. I think personally, safety, go back, take a picture of your lock, shows the trailer number, send that picture in when you send your bills in, just cover yourself.
And you're right. And here's the nice thing, if you do that, say you do that and you show you got an alloy lock with the trailer and it's time data and it gets broken into, guess what? You don't have to pay your $500. You don't have to pay your deductible. So guys, that's, that picture saves you $500. So for me, that's a simple return on investment.
It's something I started doing recently after your last safety meeting about this same thing. I started taking a picture of my seal with the number and then backing up and getting a picture of the seal, the lock, and the trailer number all together.
That's perfect.
I got it timestamped. That
That's
way
all
it's
we
there.
need. That's what you want to do, is save yourself your trouble. So guys, have a great weekend. Enjoy the picnic. Good seeing y'all.
Now, John, you were a fleet manager for many years. Did you allow your drivers to take the trailers home, loaded, empty? Or what'd you do? How'd you handle that?
No, so the best tip I have on that, we don't want you taking equipment home with you. We don't want you being responsible for, hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of equipment out there. You don't want that stress on you or that financial burden potentially. So be proactive with your fleet manager, which was the first thing that Bill said. If you know that you're going home next Wednesday, you're getting empty Wednesday morning, and then from there you're going home. Wednesday at 9:00, whenever you're pulling away from the dock is not the time to reach out to your fleet manager and say, hey, where am I going to take this trailer before I go home? Be proactive. And I would do it even a week out, especially if you don't live, near maybe one of our customers where we have dropped equipment or one of our yards. If you know that you're going to have a little bit of a trip or a trek in front of you to get home, reach out in advance. If I have a doctor's appointment on Thursday morning that I need to be to, and I reach out to my fleet manager and they say, hey, when you get empty, I know that you're here, but the closest place we have to secure that trailer, is 100 miles or 2 hours or whatever the case may be. Factor that into your decision on what day you really want to be home to make sure you get home and don't miss whatever you're going home for, whether it's family, doctor, whatever the case may be. So just be proactive and reach out, in advance, not morning of, and that'll really save a lot of headaches, for you whenever you're getting home.
And I know Bill mentioned New Jersey being a problem area. If you're a driver and you pull up and the customer won't allow you in their facility yet, and you have to wait in line, get up and do a walk around to your truck. If somebody's looking to steal, get in the back. If they see you walking around, or if you're teaming, you always got one driver in the truck, the other one get out, just do a walk around and stand outside for a little bit, get some fresh air. Chances are they're not going to you. They're going to go to somebody else. They're going to start picking on and staying, go to another carrier that the driver is inside the truck, or maybe he's even moved to the bunk, which gives me as a thief a better opportunity to get into that trailer and do something. So, but yeah, protect yourself, protect us, because we're all in this together. We're all a part of this, and we need to find a better solution than what's been happening. So, but good information, Bill. Thank you. What do you got, Johnny?
All right. Man, we're saving the good one for last year this morning.
We are.
So
we haven't heard from him in a while.
I know. We're going to go back out west to Salt Lake City. We're going to speak with Reefer Fleet Manager Gage Gillen this morning. Good morning, Gage.
Hey, good morning. How are you guys doing?
We're doing great. How are you?
Doing well, doing well. No, going back to 1996, I was hoping maybe you guys could send those mugs out. I was talking to Jonathan here. I was 5 years old at that time, so it's definitely progressed since then. But no, ultimately, Bill took some of my thunder there. Was talking about trailer security as well. 2 days ago, I actually had a driver on my fleet. His trailer got tampered with. He woke up in the morning, saw his seal was broken. His lock was definitely tampered with as well. But that's what saved, his trailer from getting busted into. He called me, we got with security, we got with claims. It's a drawn out process, but just securing these trailers, it saves a lot of money for you guys, for us, for everyone. Getting products stolen is never fun for anyone. So, and also with the holidays coming up, I did the math. Thanksgiving's only 13 weeks away, which is really nothing. I mean, it's coming up quick. If you are a lease operator, please get your e-funds built up. We want you to go home with your families, take that extended time off, but we also don't want you to be in the hole when you come back out and playing catch up. For those of you who've been here for a while, after the holidays, during the wintertime, freight kind of, dies off a little bit. And we just want to make sure we're being proactive and making sure that, we're preparing ourselves for, financially for these holidays, and to make sure you can spend as much time with your family and stay profitable as well. But if you guys need anything, my name's Gage. I've been here for 13 years now. I sit right on the other side of that wall over there. So if you need help setting up an e-fund or anything like that, or have any questions in general, please come see me. I'm more than happy to work with you. John?
All right. Thank you, Gage. We appreciate it. And I don't know if we've had a fleet manager speak from Salt Lake City before, so we're going to do that more often, I think. I like that.
Gage has done it once. We've had him
done
up
it
there.
once? I
Yeah,
must
so
not
he's
have been
back
here.
again.
All right. Well, Gage, we appreciate it very much. So everyone give Gage a round of applause this morning. All right.
Coming down, man.
We are. So we haven't talked as much about the Prime app this morning as we normally do. We did mention the chain advisory. It's updated on the Prime app right now. So, there's a lot of great information on there. It's really a lifeline for your business into Prime, makes your life a lot easier. If there's anybody that has any questions on the Prime app and you're here in the Springfield terminal, all right, come right over here. See Richard and Brianne. They are the experts. They can answer any question that you have. So we appreciate that. If you're at Pittston or Salt Lake City, grab somebody out there. And if there's nobody out there that can help, they'll get you on the phone with somebody here in Springfield that can. So just make sure that you're familiar with that. We don't want you to feel overwhelmed. If you're out there and you're training right now, make sure that's a part of your training as well. That's really important as far as whenever you get out on your own as a solo operator.
Also, too, if you want something discussed during our meetings here, let us know. If you want to hear from payroll or whatever type of issue you may be having, or maybe some of you are having the same issues, let us know. We'll get those people up here to speak during our meeting, because it is your meeting more than it is ours. We're here to support you guys and support all of our driving associates. So, hey, let us know if we can do something better, do something different. We're open. So.
Absolutely. So, the next thing, if you notice, there's a lot of red around the room, and 51 weeks out of the year, Dave and I will have red on as well. We've got our picnic shirts on and due to the weekend here. So, for us, red stands for Remember Everyone Deployed. And every week we like to honor anybody that served in our armed forces in the past. So if you served in the armed forces before, please stand up and let us recognize you at this time. I think we have a question back here.
Yeah, I got a safety type question. How many accidents have we had with like the brakes not being set and the truck rolls into something or something?
I don't know a specific number. We see one every now and then, not very frequently at all, though.
Okay, because I know in the old Dominion trucks, they got a buzzer that goes off if you open the door and you don't set the brake. They have a buzzer that goes off to alarm you that you didn't set your brake, tractor brake.
I know that we do have. Go ahead.
Did you drive an old Dominion truck at Nationals? Is that how you know this? Oh, that's true. Drove a Mack. Okay. Yeah. So, no, I don't. I mean, we have a few every once. I mean, not very often, but yeah, they can be dangerous. One can. Any rollaway truck is not a good situation. So, but that's an interesting concept, Dwayne. We may have to take a look at that.
So our new Freightliners do that as well. Okay, I know that we have some technology. It just came up, and I was on an email chain the other day where they were talking about the creep mode and what Daryl just mentioned. So the new Freightliners do have that technology.
There you go.
He's got his name on it. Nobody's taking it. All right. Well, we're doing pretty good on time this morning. So
we are.
We're gonna very rare. That we bring up Mr. Wucky here with with a little bit of time to talk. Usually
10 minutes.
he's pressed for time and doesn't get to say everything he wants to say. So come on up here.
Well, thank you all very much. Yeah, my name's Steve Wecky. I'm in sales, and we'll tell you that we're seeing some good things going on in the marketplace right now. You know, sometimes we forget that the marketplace is still bigger than we are. While we've had growth and we're going to continue to grow, the marketplace really is set by supply and demand in many instances. So here's what we do differently. And I'm looking at you. We deliver stuff on time. And that is the differentiator. So when times are tough like they have been, we've really been able to fight like hell to hang on to our rate structure as it is. And the marketplace is really starting to come our way a little bit. We're seeing a lot of smaller carriers that are undercapitalized have to tap out. They just can't stand the increased cost, the deflated rates, the insurance that goes along with it. You all are drivers on here. But the point of the story is we're seeing a velocity of turn increase here at Prime. We're seeing slightly more loads per unit per week. So that's a really great sign. We're also finally seeing some deadhead money being paid by customers to get coverage. What's that mean? It means that those people that they award the business to aren't able to cover it. And they come back to Prime and ask us to pick up that freight. So we're seeing some really positive signs. I know we've said this here. I should have been a weather forecaster because I've been wrong more than I've been right. But we are finally seeing the marketplace turn our way. So just keep doing what you're doing. Please be safe. You know, as I look at this crew in here, right here in front of me, the more adult age group. Now, this really relates to the driving championships. These folks are all participating. Have many winners in here. I mean, a hell of a lot of winners right here in front of me in these driving championships. But they didn't win the first time. This is for you all that should. Well, you got lucky, Roy. Anyway, I mean, the point is for all of you, it's a good way to test yourself and get out and compete and just see where you score. I think it's a great event. But more than being winners in driving championships, these people that have competed and have won are truly winners in the industry. Really great operators that are making a great living and giving back to the industry. So we thank you all, you younger folks that want to know more about the driving championships. Talk to them. Give them some competition. Keith McCoy, you got something? Oh my gosh, we're talking about the hundreds of millions of miles that are sitting here in front of us. Yes, all million-mile safe driving operators, and thank you very much. I also would say, is anybody in here having a birthday today? Any birthday people? You know, yeah, well, you better keep having them. Anybody this weekend having them? No? Well, oh yeah, Anthony? Okay. Well, I just want to tell you, we have one of our associates that's going to have a birthday here. Hey, Daryl, come on up here a minute. I know you're aging out on us. Come on up here, man. Give him a microphone. Arm him up. Yeah. So, Daryl, you just heard it. He has one every year, and you're having one here shortly, aren't you, Pard?
I am, and I hope I keep having them every year too.
There you go. Now, I'm not going to tell everybody just exactly how old you are, Daryl, but I think it's somewhere between 61 and 63. I'm not sure about that. Is that close at all?
That's really close.
Pretty tight range.
That's a pretty good range.
Well, we're proud of you. You got something to say to our operators here this weekend?
Well, yeah, actually, there's a couple things, and I think she left me. I really wanted to recognize somebody. Y'all may have seen Connie Stacy run around here earlier. She's in our housekeeping department. Okay, many of you already know this, but Connie does the bingo at the picnic. She's been doing it ever since Freddie G left us, and she's handled it ever since. But I don't know how many of you know, Connie invests her life into getting this bingo ready. I mean, she starts the day after the picnic buying stuff for next year. She cares so much about the kids. She is shopping. I mean, every day she's coming to my desk and showing me a picture of something she bought for $1 because she finds them for $1 everywhere. And it's crazy. I mean, it's nuts, but she devotes so much of her life to making sure that both the women and the kids, because she knows this is kind of a male-dominated industry and there's always stuff for men, but she makes sure the women and the kids get taken care of too. And without her, that bingo wouldn't be near what it is. She does a fantastic job.
Yeah, great. Good. Thanks for bringing that up, Daryl. Now, if it's okay, Daryl, real quick. Hey, John, come up here. Come on up. Hustle up here real quick.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, let's get John up here. And Daryl, you can quiz him about what he's bringing in.
Well, yeah, tell us about tomorrow. I mean, what do we got on the menu? What are you going to see throughout the day?
Yeah, sure. So we're all excited about the picnic tomorrow. Robert bought 1,200 pounds of crab leg. That's always the star of the show. So we'll be out there manning those boil pots tomorrow. Burgers, brats, buffalo chicken, and of course out on the training pad this evening, we're going to have some pulled pork burgers and hamburgers out there for everyone that comes and watches. So we got a lot of good food this weekend. We're excited for everybody to be here.
Yeah, I know every year I eat about 12 of those ice cream sandwiches.
Yes.
You're going to have that corn.
Look, they're there.
You got that corn.
And the little juice boxes. Daryl likes the little juice boxes
so that's
too.
not right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but John, you're going to have that corn outside there where, you know.
I'm not sure. Clayton does
Oh,
the
that
carnival
Clayton
stuff,
does?
so I
Okay.
think corn's
All right.
coming this year, but I'm not positive on that.
Well, we appreciate what you and your team do for us.
Yeah,
and
thank you.
Very much so. So thanks for
Thank you,
that,
John.
John.
All right. The only other thing I would mention before we pass it off to Robert is I was listening to the radio here earlier this week and it talked about the cold and flu season. And I thought, good God, it's August. And then Wednesday, I got a fever and I got sick on Thursday. So it made me realize, okay, maybe it's not as far off as I think. But the point of that really is I'm just saying, hey, we talk a lot of times about how, if your truck breaks down, the cost of that. Well, I don't know if you heard Rachel earlier, but Rachel and Colby and Driver Health and Fitness, they're here for a reason. Because if you're sick and you're down, it's just as costly. Plus you feel bad. So, boy, take care of yourself. It can be very expensive to be ill. And that's why we have that team here to take care of you and to try to keep you healthy. So just take it to heart, listen to them. They have some great tips, some great advice. And so I think it's worth listening to.
Thanks for that, Daryl. One other thing, I'd like to thank those operators that are choosing to stay out and run this weekend and through the holiday, because we do have demand. We've got freight out there ready to roll. So those of you that choose to stay out and haul freight rather than come to the picnic, we appreciate you very, very much. Please be safe. Go ahead, Robert.
Big Cheese, close us out.
Hey. Yeah, I'm not sure he's truthful on that number. He looks a hell of a lot older than that to me. But he is a good guy. He's a great leader, and he's got the president title. It kind of went to his head. His head got a little bit bigger too. But he's a good guy. He's a good person. Hey, I'm a happy camper this one. Load count's up, revenue's up. We got freight for the weekend. Racking and stacking it. It's been a long time. Dwayne, is that what you're saying? It's been a long time since we've had freight. It has. 2 years, been 2 tough years. I thank you all for your endurance and staying the course and getting through this thing. It's been tough. Can't quite declare victory yet, but we're seeing some daylight, folks. I'm not bullshitting you. We're seeing some daylight. I'm excited about the picnic, excited about the truck driving championship. Man, it's a pleasure to go over here and see you all drive. I mean, you're some driving folks, you're some trailer truckers here, So anyway, looking forward to the picnic.
We could not get away without Thomas saying something.
So just the look on your face says you already know what the question is. So it's mandatory this time of year. Are you going to drive for us tonight?
John, I will drive. I will drive. Now, Thomas, the only proviso is that you ride in there with me and just observe the excellence. Yeah, and let me teach you a little something, okay? Okay.
I think it should be you against Dave. I want to see Dave drive once. He's never drove.
I don't think you want to see that, Dwayne. Our body shop is busy enough without Dave getting behind us. You know what I'm saying? We don't need any extra business there. Anyway, love you all. Look forward to the weekend. God bless each of you and please be safe.